Hello everyone, this is Lady Nonot or Haley, and I have decided to do a playthrough of this lovely game by Turtle Wiggles here on Tumblr.com called My Cannibal Lover. I played through it earlier and I got scared, but then I came back and played it again and got one of the routes and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to do just one route, I think, for this, just for fun because I'm bored and it's kind of scary because there's a thunderstorm and it's dark and I have the light on because I'm a weenie, but you know, this game was still scary. So we're going to try this out and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be reading all the stuff, so it might get a little long. Don't feel like you have to watch this. This is just for fun for myself to test recording and whatnot. So please enjoy, and if you haven't played the game yet, I don't know why you'd be watching this, but go ahead and give it a play and go give Turtle Wiggles some love on Tumblr. So we're going to start. And here are all the warnings. I'm not sure if this is going to go on YouTube. I don't think it would be allowed, but I don't know what Tumblr, how long a video can be. We'll see. But anyways, these are all the warnings, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So here's the title screen. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit. Okay, I think that should be good. And we're going to start a new game of My Cannibal Lover. Are you ready to learn how to love? I am. Oh, sorry, I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to turn it down a little more. That should be good, I think. Snow crinkles and squeals under my boots like plastic wrap. Wind screams in my ears and my heart hammers in my chest. With each freezing breath, I manage to gulp down my burning throat. My legs are turning numb, running faster than I ever thought I could. Branches and twigs snap and crack against my face. I make the mistake of looking back. I love this art. It's so scary, but wonderful. The monster gives a hideous roar. What an ungodly sound. The creature stalks behind me on limbs that reach above the tree line, crashing ever closer. It was just a normal camping trip. It was supposed to be just a normal camping trip. I squeeze my eyes shut. Maybe if I pretend hard enough, I can go back to when everything was okay. Please enter your name. Oh my god. I can't even type. Back to normalcy now. Tara, that's the last of it. Tara heaves another bag out of her truck. Everything we need for one killer camping trip. Haley, what are you doing? I'm slacking off. Ugh. Tara puts her hands on her hips. You've been hanging out with Corbin too much. Did I hear my name? Corbin's got a beer can in his hand. How do you even get one of those? The cooler was like the last thing I unpacked. Yeah, I had to dig through some other bags to reach it. Tara huffs and throws her hands up. If you're going to open it, you could have at least unpacked it for us. Corbin shrugs and pops the can open. Tara gives a frown that turns into a smug grin. She swipes the can out of Corbin's hand and takes a sip. Hey, now I have to get another. Corbin whines. Aw, poor baby. I heave myself up from the stump I've been sitting on and busy myself with getting the tent started. We've been doing this annually for a while now. I've known Tara and Corbin for most of my life. We've been going on camping trips since we were little. I can still hear Tara and Corbin bickering behind me. I smile to myself. So predictable. Tara peers over my shoulder. Tents are looking good, Haley. Looks like we can all take a breather about now. And here's a little warning for us. You are about to experience your first timed event. Some actions in My Cannibal Lover have a time limit on them. The game will tell you when you have a time limit. Tara shoves my shoulder playfully. I clumsily stumble back and trip over the log behind me. Can we catch ourselves? I manage to catch myself before falling, but Tara has that mischievous grin on her face. Fall! 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 Corbin chants. Tara laughs and gives me another playful shove. I topple down towards the snow. And here's another nice warning for us. One of these next choices will kill you. Most choices you make are small and inconsequential, but once in a while you'll face decisions that could mean life or death. When you die, you'll have to either restart the game or resume where you last saved. However, when you die, you'll unlock love tips, hints that will help guide you towards becoming a better lover. I love these. I think they were a great idea. And unlike timed events, you will have no way of knowing if a choice will lead to your death. This is your only warning. So we are going to move right. We're not going to let fate decide for us. I land in a fluffy, snowy heap. Corbin laughs loudly. Tara presses her hands to her face. I'm sorry, Haley. She says that, but she's suppressing giggles. Moments later, my friends have joined me in the snow, peering up at the night sky. Look how pretty and clear the stars are out here. They really are beautiful. But I think my answer would be, I'd rather be at home on my computer. But it's worth it to spend some time with my friends. Remember the first couple times we did this? Yeah, we'd always end up gazing at the stars like this. Then Tara would ruin it with her scary stories. Tara laughs. Speaking of which, don't you dare. Corbin presses his hands over his ears, to which Tara gives a hoot of laughter. You guys should be careful tonight. It's nights like these that the Wendigo comes out. You mean like the monsters from Until Dawn? Tara rolls her eyes. Yes, like the monsters from Until Dawn. Okay, don't judge me, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, so I'm just gonna go, what would you know about Native American legends? Tara crosses her arms. Well, my second cousin's aunt is like 15% Native American. What tribe? What do you mean, what tribe? They're not all the same tribe, Tara. There's like different tribes and stuff. Shut up, Corbin. Tara begins her story. It all began about 4 or 5 years ago. The disappearances. Corbin presses his hands harder against his ears. La 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 la. Stop it, Tara. Tara just gives a particularly evil-sounding hoot of laughter. Rumor has it that every now and again, a group of people disappears around these parts. Groups of people just like us. Right here? Like this campsite right here? Corbin scoffs. He's got one hand slightly slanted so he can not so discreetly still listen to the story. Who knows? Maybe. Tara grins. We don't know. No one's ever found a trace of him, not even a finger or a toe. Corbin rolls his eyes. They say it all began with a scorned lover. Just a normal girl with a group of friends camping with the man she loved. All was going well until she found him together with her best friend. At that moment, her desire for revenge overtook her completely, and she sold her soul to a Wendigo. Her limbs twisted, bones popped, skin rotted. Her teeth grew yellowed and sharp. Tara leans closer to Corbin, who's humming the tune to Happy Birthday. You want to know what happened to her ex-lover and his new love? No, I really don't. He woke the next morning to his new lover. The poor man stretched and reached to wrap his arms around her, but all that was left for her was a sack of skin. The monster eating her insides out, slurped up her intestines, gnawed on her bones, feasted on her raw, bloody vocal cords as he desperately tried to let out one last scream. Tara, you officially suck now. Corbin laughs loudly. Yeah, med school is shoving a stick up your ass. You don't tell them like you used to. Tara sighs. I tried. Besides, Corbin was still scared. Only a little. I get just as scared when a squirrel runs by. Which is still pretty scared. What happened to the guy? Somewhere out there, some Wendigo's got a 6-month supply of human hamburgers. Tara can't help but let out an amused snort. Boo, Tara. Worst storyteller of the night. I cringed at the sound of a hard-packed snowball hitting flesh. Corbin! That was right in my face! Corbin hunches over laughing. I turn my head just in time to see Tara shove a fistful of snow down the collar of his jacket. Corbin's laughter turns to girlish wailing. Tara's grinning proudly. Y'all better keep your tin zip tight tonight. Keep out the Wendigos. And revenge snowballs. I don't know why I wake up in the middle of the night. Ugh. As I'm stirring in my tangled sleeping bag, a dark shape passes by the wall of my tent. I freeze. It looked human. What would Tara or Corbin be doing up at this hour? Or is it someone else? The shape passes by my tent wall again. I sit up in my tent. I feel some sort of hyper-alertness wash over me. The wind outside is howling, and snow started to sag the roof of the tent. None of our weather apps said anything about this. I freeze. The shape is back. This time when I catch it with my eyes, it stands still. My heart pounds, wind blows, I feel eyes boring into me. I stare down the dark silhouette, not daring to move. Haley. It's Corbin's voice, but for some reason I don't relax. Yes? I want to see you. I'm not coming out of this tent. I can feel my fingernails digging into my palms through the fabric. Oh, I just jumped. I knew that was I feel a puff of breath against the side of my neck. My body goes cold. The voice wasn't coming from outside the tent. In that moment, I don't have the strength to move my own body. My eyes dart to the side. Corbin is hunched in the darkest corner of my tent, a dark pile of folded limbs, with a craning neck and an empty face just inches from my own. I feel another puff of breath against my face, and then a pale hand gently caresses my cheek. Get the hell out of there. Movement comes back to my body like a fire igniting, and in a desperate fit of cold sweat and flailing, the sleeping bag is disentangled from my legs. As I'm grasping at the zipper, I feel a hand wrap around my ankle. I give a high-pitched shriek and kick wildly, shaking free. You better fucking run. I nearly barrel Tara over as I escape the confines of my tent. Tara gives a panicked grasp. I grab at her shoulders as she fists her hands into my coat. Both of us frantically hold on to each other, desperate to feel another human being. Tara lifts a shaky arm and points at Corbin's tent. I follow her direction with my eyes. There's a dark red liquid pooling and staining the snow around the tent. Fleshy, red chunks bulge against the dark, wet corners of the tent. I grip Tara harder, and my eyes are drawn back to the flaps of my own tent. Ugh, so creepy. A single, spindly gray hand emerges and extends, longer than any human forearm. Then comes another. Then the creature's head emerges. Corbin's flesh sags low. Thick, dark, red drops patter onto the snow beneath. I stare back at the eyeless, mouthless visage of my friend. It's wearing the skin of his face. Tara gives a breathy whisper. Run. Oh, the atmosphere is so good. A twisting root catches my foot, and everything comes crashing back as I plummet face first into a pile of snow. Haley, hurry, get up! Tara, it's Tara. She's gripping my coat and yanking me out of the snowbed. We need to keep going. That thing is still... Tara's hands are ripped away from me and she yells. I can feel the quakes of the creature's colossal limbs behind me. I try not to hear the screams and gnashing of bones. I throw my hands over my ears. If I can't hear it, I can pretend it's not happening. Running for ages now. Sometimes the creature gets so close I can hear its chest rumbling. After a while, it seems to fall behind somehow. By some miracle, it's so far back I can't hear it anymore. But soon, my legs betray me, and I'm forced to slow to a walk. My thighs tremble like jello, and the snow's up to my calves. I trip over myself and flail in the snow several times, but I get up and push forward. Eventually, I can barely move, and with heaving breaths, I try to come to terms with my fate. There's a light shining through the blizzard. Wait, there it is! A light shining through the blizzard. It's a cabin, a log cabin. Someone could actually be out here. Newly invigorated, I press forward. I force burning muscles to move, fighting a torrent of wind that blows snow under my jacket, up my sleeves, and into my collar. With a great amount of struggling, I reach the door and wrap my knuckles against the wood. What are the chances someone's in there? There's light in the windows. But who stays in a cabin this deep in the middle of the woods? My gosh, someone keeps texting me. Stop. I'm sorry, I'm not going to edit this, so you just get me turning off my phone in the middle. Anyways, let's move on. Am I hallucinating all of this? As I'm pondering my state of mind, perception, and reality, the door opens and a petite girl appears at me. She is so cute. I love this character design. Well, she won't be cute for long. I mean, she's still cute, but you know. Hello, how can I help you? Friends, monster out there, being chased. It's not the most elegant thing I've ever said, but words can barely squeeze through my throat past the heavy panting. Sorry, my tongue's getting twisted. Despite my poor delivery, worry weaves through the girl's brow. My goodness, you poor thing, you're gonna freeze to death. You need to get inside. I shield my face from the sudden flurry of snow. It might be my imagination, but it seems like the ice-cold winds won't cross the threshold of the girl's cabin. Violent wind whips my hair against my cheeks while the hem of her skirt remains still as if carved from marble. It's almost like the snowflakes themselves are afraid to touch her. There's a strange foreboding settled in the pit of my stomach. We should probably enter the cabin, don't you think? I think so. Come on in. The girl chirps cheerfully. She opens the door wide. Make sure to wipe the snow off your boots on the mat. My name is Jack. I follow Jack into her cabin, jumping as the wind blows the door shut behind us. Jack, listen, there's some sort of monster out there, and it has my friends. This time I managed to form a full sentence. Good job, Haley. Yes, good job, self. The monster probably went after your friends because one's adult who doesn't deserve you, and the other the shameless hussy. My mouth drops open as I stare at Jack. A moment later, she peers back at me. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I force my mouth closed. It's nothing. There's no way she just said that. I must be delirious. As soon as I think about it, my knees wobble. I think I just remember how tired I am. Fatigue washes over me as I struggle to stay on my own 2 feet. The walls are swimming. My muscles ache. My bones ache. Jack gently grabs my shoulders. Look, you're obviously in a bad way right now. You need to get some warm food in you. Everything is going to be okay. We'll sort it out. Tell me your name. My name is Haley. The sizzle of meat on the frying pan punctuates the silence between us. Cold winds hum a tune against the cabin wall. Jack has wrapped me up in a blanket and guided me to the kitchen. My coat is dripping dry on the coat rack near the door. A steady puddle forms under it. It's not just the table that's covered in a tablecloth. The chair Jack puts me in is also covered with cloth. Let's try to talk to her. I open my mouth to speak, but words don't leave me. What do I even say to a mysterious woman who lives in a cabin in the middle of nowhere? He was a good boy, you know. Jack breaks the silence. He presses down the patty with the spatula. So sensitive and caring. He fancied himself a tough guy, but I could see right through him. Down to the sweetness in his heart, the sugar in his bones. Her eyes are misty and gentle. Oops. She's looking down at the meat patty with a strange fondness. Is she talking about a person? Suddenly Jack's green eyes turn fierce. But then he had the nerve to talk to another woman. The patty starts to burn as she presses the spatula down harder, gripping the pan with paling fingers. I knew him first. I knew him better. I loved him. He should have felt the same. Jack's shaking calms as she seems to compose herself again. I'm the only one who can have him now. One more flip of the patty and she plates it, setting the plate down next to her own before turning off the burner. He's the sweetest one I've ever loved. Jack hands me the plate with a warm smile. You'll see. Just have a bite. We should probably eat that. I carefully dig my fork and knife into the patty. Jack has flipped the burger so the burnt side is on the bottom. It's been a long day. Warm cooking is welcome. Even if Jack is talking about strange things. The meat is strangely tough and tastes more like pork than beef. That's not foreboding at all. Jack's face appears before mine. Now he's part of both of us. Forever. My world goes black. Sorry if you can hear a weird noise. It's my water bottle. Eyesight comes back to me in a blur. Is this a dream? I told you I could find someone out here, Gamal. Someone is talking. My head is pounding. Just don't embarrass me in front of Haley. No baby pictures. Got it? The chair, the cloth is gone, and my arms and legs are bound to it by leather straps. Well, that's true. You always were so wise. This isn't right. Love really can be found anywhere. She's talking to a head on a broomstick. Bile rises to the back of my throat, and the tips of my fingers go cold. I don't think she's gonna like it if we scream, so we should probably stay silent. I mean, she's looking all cute in a little apron, but she also has a butcher knife, so you know, in a head. So we're gonna stay silent for this one. Jack turns to me and smiles. No need to be so quiet, Haley. Jack leans in. Now I know meeting the folks is always pretty nerve-wracking, but there's nothing to be worried about. This is my grandmother. She's the kindest woman I've ever known, and I just know she'll love you. Hello, ma'am. It's nice to meet you. Jack looks elated. Gamma's been dying to meet you ever since I first started telling her about you. First started? How long ago was that? Gamma, this is Haley. Haley, this is Gamma. What should I call you, ma'am? Jack waves her hand in dismissal. Oh, just call her Gamma. It's fine. You're a treasured part of this family now. You don't look so good, Haley. Gamma and I are getting pretty tired ourselves. I think it might be best if we all get some rest. We'll have all the time in the world to be together after our big meal. Jack presses a light, chaste kiss to my cheek. Good night, Haley. I love you. I knew we'd be perfect for each other. Whatever you say, Jack. When night passes over the cabin, the storm raging outside winds down to stillness. I probably need to stay calm. I need to remember to keep my cool. I can hear Jack padding around somewhere in the cabin. I hear faint creaking where she ambles around and the spray of a shower tap. Where does the head on the broomstick go when she's not talking to it? Those empty eyes still haunt me. Finally, the cabin comes to a complete silence as Jack assumedly turns in for the night. At last, I can take in my surroundings. There's a steady tick, tick of a clock somewhere. I'm bound to a wooden chair with leather straps. There's deep scratches carved into the wood under my bound handle. That's not very reassuring. I test each strap. They all hold firm, but the ones on my right hand, the leather is barely holding. I can see the material thinning and straining as I shift my wrist. I can break free if I wanted. I'd better stay put. Jack is insane, but I don't know if that creature is still out there or not. My friends, they're dead. There's no getting them back, but I'm still alive. I'm better off taking my chances in this cabin than going back out there. Even if I manage to make it past that creature, I have no idea where I am, and I definitely can't brave another blizzard as bad as the last one. My head droops slow. I'm so exhausted. My eyelids grow heavy, and I fall asleep. Good morning, Haley. Jack hums as I blink the bleariness out of my eyes. How'd you sleep? Good. Jack peers at the loose leather strap around my wrist. Uh-oh. Looks like we almost had an oopsie. That must have gotten loose from the last one. I clench my fists tight as Jack ambles around the kitchen. Damn. I was hoping this was all some sort of crazy dream. Jack whistles an upbeat tune as she places a frying pan on the stove and turns up the heat. I was hoping that I'd wake up in my tent to Tara and Corbin bickering over breakfast. There's a loud clang as Jack pulls aside a giant metal lid. My mouth drops open. She has restaurant-quality fryers underneath. Jack turns her attention to me and pats the metal proudly as the brown liquid starts to bubble. I know, right? One of my previous girlfriends was a manager at a chain restaurant. Got me hooked on fried food. I just had to have one of these installed. Jack comes back over and tugs gently on the loose strap. Since we can't get that leather fixed before our big special romantic meal together, we'll just have to keep you in that seat a different way. Jack picks up a large cutting knife. She gently runs a finger down the blade. Put your hand out, Haley. I don't want to, but I think we should. Hesitantly, I unclench my fists, splaying my fingers out in the grooved wood I'm bound to. Then Jack poises the knife over a finger and I quickly clench my fist. Dude, I would do the same. I'm not getting a finger cut off. Jack giggles. I thought you might be a little nervous. Jack slides a wooden clamp under my hand. There are 4 holes in it. She grabs my hands and wrestles me into the clamp. I put all my strength in resisting, but it's no use. She has unnatural strength. My heart pounds and my arm twitches as each of my fingers are carefully splayed out. Jack twirls the knife in her hand. You know, they say the force it takes to bite a carrot is the same amount of force needed to sever a finger. Why would she know that? She leans in and whispers in my ear. Just think of these as love bites. Jack poises the knife over my knuckle. Gosh, Haley, you look so cute with a couple of little stubs. I swallow hard. My arm seizes where I try in vain to wrench it free. Jack shifts the knife to where my finger meets my hand. She licks her lips. But I must resist. I don't want a single part of you to go to waste. The knife comes down. There's a single moment where reality doesn't seem to catch up to what's happening. Then there's a bloom of pain in the side of my own bloody bone and a pool of red, and my mouth falls open, and I scream like I've never heard myself scream before. Jack flinches hard and slams a fist down. Haley, that was right in my ears. She runs a hand through her hair. My dear, I didn't sleep very well. I got into an argument with Gamma late last night, and I've just got a huge headache because of it. How is that even possible? I assure you that normally your screams are music to my ears, but for today, let's please keep calm and quiet. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Yeah, we're not gonna say anything. Jack puts a hand on her hip. This silent treatment, huh? Jack coos. She pinches my cheek with her free hand. Someone's not a morning person. The knife comes down again, my index finger severed. Let's not scream. Let's see what happens. I can't help it. The pain is too great and I scream out loudly. Jack throws down the knife. It hits the floor with an angry clatter. Is a little quiet so much to ask? Jack fists her hand in my hair and with incredible strength yanks me out of the chair. The leather straps rip open and hair rips from my scalp. I thrash and kick desperately, but her grip remains steadfast as she drags me across the kitchen. The bubbling of the fryer gets louder. With her own scream of rage, Jack hoists my face over the two fryers. I see my own terrified face reflected in the brown liquid. I can give no more than a panicked wheeze. Desperately, I try to push down against the counter. The liquid sloshes and douches my mangled hand. Searing pain licks across my skin where the oil hit. Jack tightens her grip and dunks down. Liquid fire erupts, and I can feel my skin bubbling and bursting. I open my mouth to scream, and the burning pours into my throat and lungs. Death is welcome when it comes, and I fade away their sweet escape from searing agony as my skin and innards bubble and pop. Woo! That was a ride. Good tip, don't raise your voice at your lover. So, that is going to be all for this. I'm going to mute this or turn it down just a little bit. I got a few of the endings. I think I have 5, but that's all I'm going to do for this one because it's almost hitting 30 minutes, so I hope you enjoyed. And again, like I said at the beginning, if you happen to watch this all the way through and you haven't played the game yourself, you definitely should. Again, this is by turtlewiggles.tumblr.com, and I think Turtle did a great job. I love this little sprite right here. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.